what do you think of Robert Downey Jr. returning in this way?
I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, it definitely.
Oh, what a surprise! The cynical guy doesn't like the thing.
Yeah,
We're
I
really
mean,
nailing this dynamic.
it's a complete cash grab. I think he's getting paid like 70 mil for this movie, which is absolutely crazy.
It's insane.
And it also kind of depends how they do it in the story. Like, it'll be a lot better if he is a variant of Tony Stark, but he never was Tony Stark. Do you know what I mean? It's not. He's just a Victor Von Doom that looks like Robert Downey Jr. from another universe. Because if it is just basically the exact same character as our Iron Man that we've known, and he kind of has that same mentality of, want to put a suit of armor on around the world, and he wants to protect the world, and it's like, but he's willing to take people's freedoms away to protect the world. Is it just that taken to a bit of an nth degree, and he then becomes Doctor Doom from that, or is he a completely different character? Which I hope is the case, because I'm interested to see his take on Doctor Doom. But it's
just a completely different character that looks exactly like Tony Stark. Do you think that would make sense?
That I hope that's what it is, and he's not just a Tony Stark who becomes Doctor Doom. I hope he's an original character. He is Victor Von Doom.
But you don't cast the most, popular character from your old series of movies into the new Avengers movie and playing a different character, and you don't reference the fact that they look the same.
I know.
And I'm not, and they're not getting Downey to play Doctor Doom with his mask on, like he should be. By the way, he should have his mask on most of the time.
How much is he going to have his mask on? That would be interesting.
But since it's Robert Downey Jr., I'm pretty sure we're going to see his face a lot. And people who know Tony Stark from their universe are going to be like, hey, wait a minute, you look like him, even though a little bit older and a little bit rougher. So I don't know. I feel like they need to address the Tony Stark elephant in the room.
Oh yeah. He's gonna be a variant of Tony Stark.
Who becomes Doctor Doom?
Who becomes Doctor Doom, and he doesn't become Iron Man. He becomes Doctor Doom in this world, and he takes that too far. That's what I think is going to happen. But I'm hoping he's going to be, more of an original character than that. He's not just going to be a variant, but it's definitely going to be that is the case. And it's not that I don't think Robert Downey Jr. can pull it off. I think he's such a good actor. But we don't want to see that. And how far are they going to take it? They're going to make him do the bad things Thanos did. Are we going to see him, murder half a planet? Are they going to want to do that to Robert Downey Jr.? Do you know what I mean? They're not going to want to paint their hero to do all these terrible things, or maybe they will. But it's why can't you just get? There's so many good actors out there. Like a lot of people fan casted Cillian Murphy as Doctor Doom.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be really good.
There's so many options out there. Obviously he's already played a character, but you've got like Mads Mikkelsen would make a great Doctor Doom. There's loads of people.
It's too late for that. They keep wasting great actors. They got Giancarlo Esposito to play a nothing villain in the Brave New World movie, and they got Mads Mikkelsen to do the same for a Doctor Strange movie. I agree with you on this one, surprisingly, but yeah. Again,
how can that excite you? I mean, do you know what I mean? Other than the fact that if you're just so happy that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back, but in terms of a story and like where you want to see all these characters go and like the arc of the whole MCU, like I don't think you can be getting excited about that.
Honestly, man, they got the result that they wanted. People started talking about this, theorizing, what does this mean? The excitement was back thanks to that announcement. People were just losing interest, and then all of a sudden, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is back. I have an opinion on it. Which we all do, and I think, as you said, it depends a lot on how they do it, and it's the same thing that I said with the X-Men reveal. I do not care about seeing these characters again. I want new takes on these characters. I want a new cool X-Men movie. It's fun to do reference and nostalgia once in a while, but we need good stories, and these characters can tell amazing stories if you let them. So I am a bit disappointed that they would resort to casting, like this is a stunt casting, like the most stunt casting I've ever seen. Oh, let's get Robert Downey Jr. to play another character.
Yeah.
So I would much rather have a new Doctor Doom, like an original Doctor Doom that is like, is going to be introduced in the Fantastic Four film, which hopefully it's going to be amazing. That's the only thing that I care about. If the Fantastic Four movie is not great, I'm out. I don't even care anymore. They need to nail that movie. If it's not good, I am going to lose my mind.
Fantastic Four movies have never done well at the box office.
And I love the Fantastic Four. I honestly, man, like if they make that good and then they introduce an interesting Doctor Doom, probably in a post-credit scene or like as a minor character in that film.
I think
we
that's what's going to happen. Yeah. I think he'll appear at the end of that film.
Do you think they're rushing this? Do you think it's too soon?
Completely. They, Infinity War and Endgame was set up by like 10 years of build up, whereas this is literally just panic button. Let's bring everything back. Let's throw all of our toys at this. We'll even go back.
Yeah, but the last Avengers. It's so weird to say they're rushing this when the last Avenger movie was in 2019.
I know, but they haven't set any of this up. We don't even know who the Avengers are going into this film.
They were setting up a different story and a different character in Kang. And the movie was supposed to be Kang's dynasty, and now it's not anymore. And Jonathan Majors is out of the picture, and they can't use his character in any way for some contractual reasons. So I don't even know if we're gonna get, the Thanos light scene of Doctor Doom kind of like killing all the Kangs at the beginning of Doomsday and be like, now I am the evil bad guy of the movie.
I think that's kind of where I think I've heard that spoken about before as well. I think that's where they were going to go with Kang anyway. I think he was going to be a sort of a sub villain for this first Avengers film, and then Doom comes in and sort of takes over anyway.
Kind of like a red herring.
Yeah, but also that wasn't planned out well because there's people, I think execs at Marvel said after they saw Jonathan Majors' cameo at the end of Loki season 1, they then rewrote him to play this massive villain for the next phase of Marvel films. So again, that wasn't ever planned either. So I don't think it feels like this whole phase has not been planned out at all, and I think maybe the first few films were planned, and since they've obviously not done very well at the box office, they've had to tear up the plans, write new ones, and they've kept constantly doing that. And now this is like the throw the theme park of movies at it. Let's just get everything we have, every last bit of juice of good credit we have from the MCU. We're going to dump it all into this film.
Yeah, which, Infinity War was that. It was a big theme park movie, but as you said, you had years of build up, and
it wasn't,
it didn't
other than the Red Skull reference, what other we don't ever get cameos from past.
Yeah, it's not like all the characters are there for a reason, which is, what makes it great. But what I meant is, all these characters that we meet, we don't really need to develop them because we've already developed them in previous movies. And this is just a big, action-packed finale of okay, let's go against this guy. And actually, it frees them time in the movie to develop Thanos, which becomes a great villain because it's basically his movie. But they don't have that luxury here because so many of the characters that they've announced we haven't seen in ages, and we haven't seen this version of these characters, and there's it doesn't work. I don't know. I'm again, as I said, I want to believe that the bad Marvel phase is over and we're going to get into a new Marvel renaissance from the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four onwards. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun again, finally, because some of the stuff that they've done on TV has also been kind of neat, in my opinion, lately. So I want to believe that they know what they're doing. But as you said, there's a big chance that they do not, and they just want us in the cinema, paying a big ticket and, buckets of soda and popcorn.
The first event, like Avengers Doomsday, will just do well purely because it's a return of an Avengers movie. But if it's bad, then I think in Secret Wars you might see a massive drop off. And then if it is bad, that is literally going to be the death of the MCU. I feel like.
Yeah, it's gonna be over after that for sure.
Because
Disney Plus slop.
Yeah, or you start and you reboot it and you get different creative people involved, and you can. The thing is, there's always such good stories and like source material just to start fresh and start again, and you could always make a really good comic book film. But it feels like this era of MCU is hinging on these next few films, and if they don't do well, then it's over. PopCult is the place to go for all things popular culture, films, TV, gaming and entertainment news. You'll find podcast discussions, reviews, video essays and interviews with filmmakers all here on this channel.